Workshop Wednesday, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Want to thank everybody for the comments that you gave me last week and the ideas on videos. One of them struck a home with me, and that's my drawing area and how I go about things. So if you start out with good design, you end up with a good product. Bad design, I don't care how well you make it, it still doesn't look good. So here we go. Here's my area. Got a big drafting table here that all the initial concept drawings start with. Then over here I got a computer, Mac computer, and hooked to it's called a Wacom tablet. Wacom tablet allows me to draw directly onto the screen. Back to my drafting table, it all starts here, pencil and paper. Just normal pencils, number 2 mechanical pencil, one with a great big lead here. It's got a great big leg in case I want to put a lot down. Got a regular old little small eraser, and then I have a kneaded eraser that I use. You'll see things happening here in my drawing books that, man, it's just doodles, it's just scratches. They're just get things down. They're trying to do a pair of pliers. Made a pair of pliers last year, no, 2 years ago for the TCA show. Maybe it was last year, I can't remember. But if you can't draw it on paper, I can't create it in steel. So this kind of gets your mind right. Doing different scroll designs there. You see some things going on here. It's just playing with things. It's not that big a deal, right? There's a finished drawing. You'll see that happen occasionally where I get in there. Sometimes it's just like this. I'll finish certain aspects of it. But it's important to draw. If you can't draw it, you can't do it in steel. Sometimes you see a pair of spurs here. I get the concept down. I can then take a picture of this and save it as a PDF, and put it into my computer like in AutoCAD. Well, AutoCAD, I then can do a drawing that's exact the way it should be. So you see this spur here, that's all done in AutoCAD. I then bring it over in here to Photoshop. That's what you're looking at now, is Photoshop on my Wacom tablet. This gives me my exact canvas to draw within so that I can be precise. I do a concept drawing here. So this is all going to be scroll filigree here on this spur. So I get my idea down roughly, kind of, it's not perfect, right? It's just get the things down, fill up my space, make sure it all looks good as a whole. And then I come back in here and I do a final drawing on top of it to where it's all nice and clean, and away I go. I can even go as far to share this with my customer, and most of the time I do. I want my customer to see what it is that I'm doing for them. Gets kind of confusing here. So I can actually color it. So this is going to be a French gray pair of spurs. As you can tell, the brand's going to be gold. Here's all our scrolls. I then add another layer, and those of y'all that are familiar with Photoshop and the drawing programs, you can add layers and all kinds of cool stuff. I actually am able to do some shading on here. So I didn't shade the whole thing, but I shaded that one little part so my customer could get a look into my mind as to what's going on. You don't want to shade on the regular drawing, because then all that messes up and it gets real confusing when I want to do my transfers. When I transfer this, I use some transparency called Pictorico. You can get it in Amazon, of course, something like that. And I also, for my solution, I use a Prismacolor Premier Pen ink. This is a cool gray, 50%. I paint that onto my silver. Here's my transparency with my drawing printed out on it. Paint it on there, and then I just burnish it on there. I'd engrave my drawing into the design, into the silver, and away I go. I'd cut it all out, and then solder it onto my spurs, and away I go. It's pretty good. This drawing process here on the computer and all that, it's a little modern. It's a little different paper, but it allows me to communicate with my customers and then actually create the exact same thing I'm thinking about onto my steel and paper. Hard part's done in the beginning. After the concept's done, it's just simply execution. Hope this helps you guys. It can get technical. Can be a lot of questions I know come from this. Let me know what you got. I'll be here. Adios.